sure me, you know we say I be better past anybody. And say wish you out, and your boy, no. See, so I do hustle, know they make chance pass me by. So make it do your best and use your sense. I show the stress since I put God first. Charlie, it no be race, it no be test. And your guide so no one can test. So make it tell them. So we do come, no the fear them. Baba got it from my side, so no shake.
Yeah, when you're Mibia, on Tonko now on do. On any CCTV, baby, and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know.
Welcome.
Yeah, when you're Mibia, on Tonko now on do. On any CCTV, baby, and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jagaido.
So make you no cry, Say you go be, make you still try, You know draw money, yeah, when gosh, no good way. My petty make you no cry, still try, Say you go be, make you no cry, You know draw money, yeah, when me die. I don't mean a song, I don't mean a dim, I don't mean a dim, team in China, cheetah. Don't mean a song, I don't mean a dim, team in China, cheetah.
Yeah, when you're Mibia, on Tonko now on do. On any CCTV, baby, and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jagaido. Yeah, when you're Mibia, on Tonko now on do.
Welcome.
CCTV, baby, and anyone me so.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
I know the fear. Every day be Jagaido.
Nyame baako pɛ ne bɔ me ho ban ti mu a mobɔ me ho pɔ na mofa me ho tan modidi mase na mobɔ me sekan moma no twɔma so mu sɛ metwe de botan wɔdɔ me bitu me ni hwɛ baby kora na me fia Charlie besɔra no pa me hwehwɛ ne media senia edipe bi kora bubu me ni chia bonyame wanso me mu anka ma ye hyɛ mu chia wo mani sa me metu na mo na mo twa me to fam wo mutu me nko ne tema komem wo ne me kama fo wo ne makɔkyɛm Ma mente wase na mente wase Okana se mu se fa wo sanka nye meshira no Onyame na na wahye me bonti na debia no Ansana udi mi dine beko bebia no Kai se wo hwe me Ubedu na wisia no El Shaddai
Ye wonya mibia On tonko na ondo On any CCTV Debi and anyone me so Even if I walk through the valley of death I know the fear Every day be Jagaido Ye wonya mibia On tonko na ondo On any CCTV Debi and anyone me so Even if I walk through the valley of death I know the fear Every day be Jagaido Jagaido
Welcome to the On Point Talk Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London. Welcome to the On Point Talk Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Say I do me, sure me, You know we say I be better past anybody. And say wish you out, And your boy, no. See, so I the hustle, know they make chance pass me by. So make it do your best and use your sense. I show the stress since I put God first. Charlie, it no be race, it no be test. And Jah guide so no one can test. So make it tell them. So we can come, no the fear them. Baba brought it from my side, so no shake.
Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Your guide.
So make you no cry, oh no cry, oh. Say you go be, make you still try, oh. You no draw money, yeah, oh. Gosh, yeah, no good way. My petty make you no cry, oh. Still try, oh. Say you go be, make you no cry, oh. You no draw money, yeah, oh. Me and die. Quite, I don't mean that something. I don't mean that it make me. I don't mean that it make you team in China, cheetah. Don't mean that something. I don't mean that it make me. Oh, yeah, team in China, cheetah.
Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Your guide.
Nyame baako pɛ ne bɔ me ho ban ti mu a mobɔ me ho pɔ na mofa me ho tan modidi mase na mobɔ me sekan moma no tɔma so mu sɛ metwe de botan wɔdɔ me bitu me ni hwɛ bebi kora na me fia Charlie besɔra no pa me hwehwɛ ne media senia enipa bi kora bubu me ni chi a bonyame wanso me mu anka ma ye hyɛ mu chi a wo mani sa me meto na mo ana mo twa me to fam wo mutu me nku ne tema komem wo ne me kama fo wo ne makokyɛn ma mente wase na mente wasem okana se mu se fa wo sanka ne mehira no onyame na na wahye me bonti na de bia no ansa na wodi me din ne beko bebia no kai se wo hwɛ me wo bedu na wesia no El Shaddai
Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on Tonko na ondo. On any CCTV, they be and anyone me so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Your guide.
Welcome to the On Point Hot Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test. But made.
standing here.
I'm standing here only because you
The devil
made.
tried everything, but we standing here.
Only because you
Then
made.
we standing
I'm standing
here. Only because you, my Jesus, made way. Can I get some horns? Don't know how, but you did it.
Don't know how
You
made a way.
when our backs were against the wall.
When our backs were against the wall,
And I look,
and it looked as if it was
you
over.
Jesus, you made a way.
Made a way.
And we standing here today.
We're standing here only because you made
For you move mountains, you cause walls to fall with your power. You perform miracles. There is nothing, oh no, that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you made. Say,
You move mountains,
yes, you did, yes, you did.
cause the walls to fall with your power.
Resurrection power,
Perform
Jesus. Perform
miracles. There is
miracles.
nothing
Nothing, no, no,
that's
no, no.
impossible.
And
And we're standing here only because you
we're
made.
standing
And we're
here.
standing here only because you
The devil
made.
tried everything,
And we're
but we standing
standing
here.
only because you
Then
made.
we standing
And we're standing
here.
here.
Only because you, my Jesus, made way. Can I get some horns? Don't know how, but you did it.
Don't know how, but you did it.
Said I don't know how, but you did it. Said I don't know how,
But you did it.
Welcome.
This is Star Radio UK.
but you did it. No money in my pocket.
Welcome to the On Point Hot Show with Regina on Star Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, London. Welcome to On Point with Regina Avan live on Star Radio UK. I tell you, Star Radio UK, we like life. We enjoy life. We are always happy and dancing to the glory of God. And that's who we are. If you really want to have fun, come and join us here at Star Radio UK. This is On Point. This afternoon, we are back in the studio to give you a live transmission of an interesting topic. Please, 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 don't tune off. Don't go away. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be thought-provoking because that's what we are about. We want to provoke you so that you can rethink your approaches and rethink what you're doing. Especially if you are a youth, you are a young adult, if you are somebody who wants to make a difference in your community, who wants to influence your community, this program is for you. It's a pleasure to have you. Please share on Facebook. Let's invite as many people as possible. I also want some feedback because you know what is happening. For the past few weeks, we've been treating a topic, teenage and sex. That's what we've been talking about. And the reason is because there are one or two people that need our advice. Not just mine, our advice as a community, as a people across the globe. So please use the contact numbers to join the program. This afternoon, we are still dwelling on teenage and sex. We've had a few discussions. We've talked about a few things. This young lady turned 18, wants to get into the line of, assessing contraceptive. And the reason why she is wanting to do that. We've shared a lot, but basically she wants to be recognized in her own environment and respected as an adult. So she feels by going for contraceptive, it's gonna give her the opportunity for her family members, especially the parents, to recognize and treat her as such. So someone is asking what On Point is all about. In a nutshell, it's a program designed for the youth. We want to empower, we want to educate, we want to equip, we want to challenge, and we want to give them direction. That's all we want to do. Get them to rise up and be counted in society, to influence society positively. Life is full of challenges. Start living, start thriving, and stop existing. That's why we've designed this program. My producers this afternoon, as always, the one and only Pastor Archie and Brother Frank. They are in the house. They're going to respond to all your comments on Facebook, all your questions, and they will assist me with the phone calls and all that. So please don't go away. Stay tuned, because this afternoon, it is going to be exciting. It's going to be challenging. We want to be able to answer a few questions. What's happened is, for the past few weeks, as we've been sharing and we've been talking and discussing this topic, this young lady, and I do say young lady because she's still young, she's still 18, she's still living in the house with her parents and other siblings, but she is at the point where, if you like, wanting to form her own identity, to be able to establish some kind of a sense of who she is and what she wants to do in life and where she's going. She has a strong sense of wanting to continue with her education and achieve something, make something with her life, but she feels a little restricted. I say the word a little because I am kind of trying to understand where she's coming from. So she feels a little restricted. She understands why this is, and that's where we are going this afternoon. So teenage and sex, I've discussed this for a few weeks, and at the moment I am being criticized by the girl's mother, and for the benefit of people listening, we don't want to identify the family. We want to protect them, we love them, we care for them, so we are going to assume a name. So we are going to assume a name for the mother, and this afternoon I'm leaning towards Joyce. So Joyce is the name of the mother, and for the young lady, we are gonna give her a name. Let's say Alice. Alice will do. My producer is giving me a thumbs up. Alice will do. So Alice is the name of the young lady, and the name of the mother is Joyce. Please, it's an assumed name. So this is not relevant to a mother that you know that is called Alice, and a mother that you know that is called Joyce, and who has a daughter named Alice. It's just per chance, okay? So there's the disclaimer. We don't want anybody to come and sue us here in Starr Radio. We don't do that. So that's the disclaimer. All right. So the contact number for the studio is 0208 133 2257. 0208 133 2257 or 58. The WhatsApp or text number 075 3966 1744 or 075 3966 1744. Tweet us at Starr Radio UK, info at starradiouk.com. .com is an email. So info at starradiouk.com. Of course, you can share this on Facebook. We are live. We are live through the Starr Radio fan club or fan group. We are live through there. So share it. I've shared it on my tram line, so share it as well. You can access us also through all the media platforms. So we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, iCloud, and all the others. You can see us there. Next time I'll try and transmit live on Instagram. That's where all the youth are, because that's where I need to be. So that's where we'll be going shortly. But yeah, so this afternoon, Pastor Data is watching all the way from MK. Good afternoon, Apostle. God richly bless you. And the one and only Pastor Archie is also with us. That's also very good. Okay, so let me say this. I'm not here to, if you like, encourage the girl to do what she wants to do. So far, we've looked at teenage sex and contraception. She wants to assess contraceptive. She's not interested. She's not willing to back down. And the reason why she's giving this rationale is because she feels that will give some kind of respect, that the family, the parents particularly, will start to recognize her as an adult in the family home, so that she can be an adult, be treated as an adult. The second reason is she says she's about to enter uni come September. And because she's going to uni come September, she doesn't know what is out there. She doesn't know what's waiting. She just wants to be prepared. Prepared not because she's already engaged in any sexual relationship or any relationship with sexual contents, if you like, but she's preparing herself. And I think that's where I've been coming from with this argument or this topic. Is it okay for the father to say, I'm not getting involved? I want your opinions, your contributions. Is it okay? Last couple of weeks or so, 3 weeks ago, Brother Kwame from USA came and shared a view that we need to educate the child with the side effects and allow the child to make their own decision after they've become aware of all the side effects. Following further conversations, the child is very much aware of some, or appropriately the method she's chosen. She's aware of all the side effects and all the implications. She's done her research. She's concluded it's something she still wants to pursue. And her reason for pursuing it is because she don't want unwanted pregnancy. So she wants to pursue the agenda of being protected against unwanted pregnancy. And therefore, she is not backing down. And that's where we are. I spoke to the child. I still continue to support the young lady and the family. We are gradually arriving somewhere. I will share the conclusion of the matter because we don't have much time left. So we will get there. But this afternoon, we are looking at the hindrances. What is the issue? Why the parents are against the child obtaining or going for contraceptive? Why is that an issue for the parent? Let's look at it and let's think things through. I come from a background where, or from a country where, when you talk about teenage and sex, it's a no-go zone, full stop. Officially, we promote abstinence, and that's what we do culturally. I'm not going into the spiritual aspect or the Christianity or the religion or the faith aspect as yet. Just let's think about this for a moment because it's important. We need to understand why we're doing certain things and the way we do certain things and the reasons why we do them. So culturally, at the moment, in this modern world, we teach abstinence. If you look at our cultural background, few years ago, children were betrothed to men at an early age, sometimes as early as 11, 10, even 13. They are already, if you like, promised to somebody. They are just waiting to be 15 or 16. Then they are given in marriage and then so on and so forth. So it's not that long ago. We've come a long way from that. And I thank God for that, so to speak. I really am. We've come a long way from that. And because of that understanding, because of that view, that culturally, at the moment we are teaching abstinence, we don't want our children publicly to be involved or engaging in any form of sexual activity. So for that matter, we don't encourage any kind of contraception. We don't talk about it. Sex is off the topic when it comes to teenagers in the house, as family, as from a cultural perspective. We don't talk about it. Even when our children are 18, 19, we still feel that it's not a topic between a mother and a child or parents and children. We still don't think it's right. We don't do it. But lo and behold, we know and we've seen it and we can all testify to the fact that teenage pregnancy is a big topic across the globe. Everywhere there's issues regarding teenage pregnancy. Statistics across the globe. World Health Organization is one of their biggest issues they are always looking to address. UNICEF, that supports children and promotes children well-being and welfare, always looking to promote and kind of address issues where children are given, especially daughters. Daughters are given in marriage at a very young age. Nevertheless, the issues are still within the community. We can all say that we know. Was it a few days ago, 3-4 days ago, it was in the newspapers here in the UK, a 13-year-old that has given birth. Okay, and she's still continuing with her education despite the challenges and the opposition from school. So as a 13-year-old, she's given birth. She continued with her education throughout pregnancy, despite the fact that some of the children in school were being nasty to her, were being very unpleasant. She still continued with her education, and she's giving birth, and she's still continuing with her education. She hasn't taken time out. So she went to school throughout her pregnancy, and she's still at school, and she's getting, social support from parents in order to continue to look after the baby. So it is a reality that we all can testify to or attest to. If we have not personally experienced such issues, it is happening all around us, and we are all aware. So this young lady wants to avoid teenage pregnancy, not because she thinks she's better than anybody, not because it's just something she doesn't want. That is the first point of view. And second point of view, she feels that by being on contraceptive, that will give her the respect that she is requiring or asking for from her parents. So this afternoon, I'm here to talk with the mother. She said to me, I am not being fair to her views when I do the program. The last few programs that we've done, I've always insisted that the mother is not happy to support the child. The mother doesn't want to take the child to the GP. The mother is not considering the child's views. And that is her understanding of how I've been representing her views thus far. So this afternoon, I've given her the opportunity to call in so that she can also express her own view. Whether she will or not, I don't know. So we are waiting. Auntie Joyce, as you're listening to the program this afternoon, because I know you are. I know Alice is not at home this afternoon, so she's not there for her to be hearing. She's engaged somewhere. So this afternoon, she's not part of the program. The daughter, she's not part of the program this afternoon, but the mother is. And I know you're listening, Auntie Joyce. So I'll give you the platform. I'll give you the opportunity. Come and share your opinions, your views, your reasoning, your rationale, why you are taking the stance that you're not going to follow your daughter to the GP to assess contraceptive of any kind. And that is where the conversation ends with you. The studio line is 0208 133 2257. Please feel free. As I said, we've assumed a name for you, and it's okay for you to come on board and share your view. Or 58. Either way, you can come on board and share your view. So that's where we are. So culturally, what's happening? What's happening? Why is it an issue for us to consider talking to our youth, our young adults, especially the women? I'm not saying the men are not as important. But we all know that when it comes to pregnancy, the man can walk around like there's nothing wrong. There will be no interruption. There will be no stopping and starting. No changes whatsoever where the man is concerned. You will not notice anything. With women, when it comes to being pregnant or pregnancy, a woman can go through so many changes physiologically. All pregnancies are not the same. They are not all identical. So a lot of things can happen to a young girl when that happens. So if that's the case, it's always best to have this conversation with our young girls, because that not that they are the main concerns, but they are the ones that kind of get affected in a very different way, where we need to support them best and most. So why is it that as a culture issue, we don't talk with our children from an early age? Why is it that we are not educating them? We are not promoting it. We are not encouraging them. We are not asking them or telling them the complications of what being involved sexually with the opposite sex can lead to? Or why do we shine away from the topic? I want someone to give me a reason because if not, I'm gonna continue with my reasoning. I don't want someone thinking that's just your views and that's it. I know Brother Kwame is going to come online and also be part of the program this afternoon. So why do we do that? Why don't we talk with our young ladies about sex, for example, and the contraceptives? Why don't we do that? Someone should help me. What are some of the reasonings? What are some of the issues? What are some of the concerns that we have? Why we want to avoid that as a topic completely, and we don't want to discuss it at all. Now, when I did my own research and I looked around and I thought about the whole thing, I know the reason why we are not doing it, or one of the reasons. There are many reasons why we don't want to do it, but one of the reasons why we don't do it is because we feel by opening up and talking to the youth or the young woman about it, we are actually encouraging it. That is one of the views that we have. We feel we are encouraging it. By giving them the information, we are actually encouraging them to go out there and do whatever they want to do. So that is one of the reasons why culturally we don't engage in that conversation. The other one that came up very commonly is the fact that it's very embarrassing. Okay, we feel it's too embarrassing for us to talk these things with our young girls. It's embarrassing because, I don't know, maybe they will ask questions that we are uncomfortable to answer and deal with. So we feel it's an embarrassing topic. We can talk a lot about other things, but not that aspect of our life with our young girls. The other thing I also came up with, or the thing that we often think that is the reason why we don't want to engage and talk about these things with our children, is because apart from the fact that we are encouraging it, apart from the fact that we don't want to get into situations where we feel we don't want to discuss certain issues, is embarrassing. It is also the fact that Bra Kwame is online wanting to join the program. It's also the fact that we feel by discussing it with them, we are exposing ourselves, what we've done in the past with the children. Okay, so let me just pick this call from Bra Kwame this afternoon. Hello, Bra Kwame. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Starr Radio UK. Me ba cho me to nkan wie.
Okay.
Akwa ba.
Yesha, the tiena.
Me tie.
You was your motin on a sanity. Changes beyond mine.
Okay, yeah, then me ase.
Was in a DNA question.
Yeah, we no. Say na no need discuss about teenagers and contraceptive. And the ekoso. And nti eno an yegusu na say no maame na one ne ba no wo so wonfa ne ba ne nko hospital na wonfa ne ba ne nko ma ne ba ne nkoji contraception no o se me ba me kasa me nka and I'm not being fair to her, because what I'm doing sese me ba me present akra ni view ni reasons nti ese okoje contraceptive no many reasons nti sese okoje contraceptive no.
Okay, many reason say
o say ni reason ni akra ni so.
Yes.
Enti o mpesa akra no be kwa akoje contraceptive.
Okay, you come any me ne ma me ne yaje.
Okay.
Yeah, because any last no one explaining ye. Why explaining? So akra ne di 18 years.
Me pa chawani.
Okay, good. Me ne ma me ni tia, me ne ma me ne ya 100%. There be ameka. Okay, ma me ntia tie fu nya ne penfo muti.
O mo je
so.
so.
Ameka say adia. Okay, me say no. Menu medura agisi mi.
Okay.
What you say? Medication in general, enu ne beku. Wo fe do be no cry and rather no cry ne beku than the sickness. Basically, no. Food must be medicine for us. Yes, you hear didi mu yi. Ye numu. Like any medication body no. Enu na rare medication. You take it. What do you say? Na even so yale o eba ba in America yale bi o ha e bi say wo pressure wo cholesterol wo ye diabetic medication on the money nyina na e trust it doesn't cure the sickness rather than it wears the sickness. See the natural way is we use natural way which by exercising we share with DDM and no ebe my yale na brass the medicine. Okay. Some I mean I am now working. Sa omu family omu concert whatever it is now.
Contraception.
And yet it's never good because who read ya who read ya research about it. A lot of implications now was on the doors. An implication where you're young to a young Emma. A bit number say maybe after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now. An implication in Baba. What do you say? And one say you have to educate them. You have to educate them. Okay, what do you 18? Okay, introduce condom to them. You know, not any prevention. Not who educating is obey your grandpa.
Brakwami, are you not contradicting yourself? Because so started and also nema many year adrenaline 100% is that Granisa. Now Granisa there then I knew.
Debbie, menene ya adwene share. Saa ayina okofa no akoye no ba no konsa ayina okoye no. E na enye because implication ni wo mu no. Ba men kan chense me ma akora ni nkodi no ho.
Okay.
No, we ye dey obeye. Eno ne dey you can but there's natural way wo ho. Natural way ni so obeye careful. Obey for one partner. Who parents so educating listen, where do you eating? Who you nipa? So or for one partner. Now obey be a one partner. Okay? Now say when you joy and I educating us only one partner menga penisa.
Now what about my many there be now all canon? Rakwame, my many there be no canon, or free the point of view, say culturally no. Or no ni view ni say won't worry don't engage in sex.
Ma mini Jimmy you good. Say okay ma ubeti nya ka chen say okay. Ubeti nya yede. Say say wadi 18. Okay. So oba no e na wa hwe na so no yende ubeti nya yede. Wonyo ubi na so ye ubeti mi de na bafie. Na ma he ubeti nya wa say 18 wanyini.
Say 18 no. Black one when him say 18 oh he and my consent to go and get contraceptive any kind.
I know but you 18 when you but you walk yes say you na implication e be ban later be say be dan ma so de be ban ma me mu fie.
Say no sunti na ama ono abayo ane say. Ono sunti na ama young lady no eneme ma ni din Alice. Enu sunti na ama Alice pese ne maami Joyce ene ne ko ne GP ho eye Casadeni education yes what the man say you know ongo ye dey because listen doctors and especially doctors are paid to lie. Doctors are paid to lie.
To lie, yes.
Hey, me partial side disclaimer we are statement here we making. This me here disclaimer wo ho.
No, but I don't think they make an me point is that they are paid to lie. Any meba wo munim say endo norm de koye no any sha concern you na wo koye no wo munim say future. Who some mass and senses are papers. Side effect was yes.
Oh, side effects ne de me partial we aduane aye di kra no side effects wo.
But side effects you good and bad, right?
And scientifically no medicine so scientifically there's a science behind it.
Word cha ba mebo mama kasi mi we the reason when cha me ka judge say doctors no mama example
nitie
we are diabetic now diabetic the most popular diabetic is metformin that no right so obia what for be scientific proving no unu obia what ta for bia no what for bia no unu bia e sa say we liver no kidney As you go to doctor, they recommend it to you.
There be black woman. Say there be say you be so be a take metformin. Be kwa koja metformin.
No. Example na make am.
Okay.
Enti wona yes o yere wo koyo research. Okay, wona yes o koyo research. Lady no ne ba no. Ne ba ni say we di 18 but still no onye mature yet. Oni akwese say you know what is enkrofo ye. Mama exam akwese Ghana. Saa mpane no mde akọ wo mo tono no makọtwe mo fatin abegu mo tono mo to aye kese no. They don't know. Woman side effect e wom. If obi e omo so ye bi. Bo omo nti ase. Na wini implication de bebrewa ka omo kro omo nye.
Say no de science, no de ne science no. Ne science ne kura ma ye nyina ye hu say we yes ade na long term no. But the same way no.
Mebo, sa contraceptive ya working right. Sa contraceptive we say it can lead to PID. And me so scientist for na ye scientist.
Oh yeah, no. Last week me buy a cry. I looked at some of the contraceptive side effects near there. But they make us say, okay, mami musa wasem say. I didn't know my many say on ne ban in hospital, uncle who GP, no uncle support on no uncle Giadian. What do you say?
Na me boo. But idea me say no. Me idea me just saying na. Me give me back man and quiet. So di etim. I guess was di etim upon one kono quiet. What does he need me?
But then you are there as a parent to support your child.
No. I'm there as a parent to support my child. But I will support you. I will tell you the truth and the natural thing I know. A bit is me say, "Mami cousin to me say, me idea and said that yet natural you know. Me said introduce mami pa. We live. I just say maybe we are now west and no crime, no doctor or children. I just say west my age.
And the black woman, I didn't know who as a parent, no. Only the natural things. Inti say no, me who cry me the assembly ba ufie say. Me de ba ufie say because say ubanenya 11 years me boa. Inti say ubanenya 15 years no ko nyem no de akra despite your best efforts. Your efforts to teach your child to abstain and do this and that. Sakra no ko nyem. So what catch that was our boyfriend. So one control one man information in why exposing it to side effects na that. Na krana konyem no the news anybody na we.
Mama gazi minjro.
Nitie.
Me ye nipa. Okay. Like we ye nipa akonyem aba. The first 1, 2, 3 months or 3 over one, and then after that you get over it. And like this, Obi I get over it. What the akra befi?
Okay, or the akra or the nipa befi until you get over it.
Bebo, you na mama mi bisa hwana ibi kra no. Ye kwa ye obi timi su say the nipa no kwese for ma che kra no. Ni 3 days na nipa kro na ni yile gwa na ni kwanka no odi fufu. Sanka be kan yono kan ni.
Any obi o hwa o kosie ba ya no abetra ni fufu. O kosie kro didi ya zan. Okay. Ma tell you can say.
Wo ye there ya o ya mimi say. Bibi obesivia. We are there, you get over it. That's our life.
I know dear.
And the other one, and twinning. You get over being Casapudos, you see a dinner joke. I found one yak of father, what can you do? Well, the Nipanaba, and the evening crown, or being Cassia, even cry, then Casa woody 15, so, and you're good. A bit is a mammy. Who will say Ubenyan Kaumba, Ghana of which go Benyan can a baby. Ghana parents be sent by a doctor and a lawyer. And yeah, we understand what.
I know correct.
If it is me, man, what percent me a doctor, and they say me ton cash. Can't pass. I'll be here. Ebony, and yet you open our binya. But and so whatever banana say decent here, you just it's life.
In the other now feel say, I didn't now feel say. As Ghanaians, no, culturally, ye ma, enya senkita, we say, a ratobo, because make us a man, the ya na in hard journey baby. Or Bema, dear Sebi, or near more background, as still, Timiko school, to me, the opinion, as still. It's a ya problem. But under our parents, the entire near money, ya senkita,
okay, no, Mamusa question.
Busami.
The more answer was say, I'm rough, so will you keep. Who will you keep, right? But who you came about?
Fachoni.
Okay, so say UK Emrofono. Once Emrofono, Ombe Statiesa, no more kissy, dating girlfriend, boyfriends. And I don't know, Ombe Tina Coach could be the bear for Tanzan or Mao. I didn't know you inquired at Tessa. Why? Maybe so. Why I didn't know Tessa?
There are so many reasons.
Okay, good. Reason me being say, woman, my mentor Emrofo, especially woman parents, they communicate to their case, especially about this and no man sex education. By a guy of my music question, no crime a bear man. When how old them give crown son of me papa crime, one make sex once.
Okay, Marty, made that a bra Kwame. You know what? I really appreciate your views. I do appreciate your views and your input. I cherish them because it gives somebody who is listening also the other side of the story. So your views are very important. Thank you so much for your call this afternoon. Shroud, have a pleasant afternoon. Why? Yeah, cheer US for. Okay. I'm just going to take a quick commercial break. Just 2 minutes commercial break, or let's say 1 minute commercial break. I'll be right back, and then we will continue the topic from here. Don't go away. Please stay tuned. And invite somebody. Invite somebody because the topic is getting interesting. Brakwami has said a lot, and I just want to think through a few things. I'll be right back. This is On Point. My name is Regina Aban. See you shortly here on Starr Radio UK.
Welcome to the On Point Talk Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Ready. Can't you by surprise? You got this figured out. You watching us now. And when it looks as if we can't win, you wrap this in your arms and you step in. And everything we'll need you supply. You've got this in control. And now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made a way. My Jesus, you made a way.
Now we here.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Because of you and
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
deserve love and mercy you've shown. But your grace was strong enough to pick us up. You made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if it was over, you made a way. And we're standing here only because you made
Terms and you
made a way.
when our backs were against the wall.
When our backs were against the wall
And
and it looked as if it was over,
you Jesus, you made a way.
made a way.
And we're standing here today.
We're standing here only because you made
For your mountains, you cause walls to fall with your power.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Nothing on earth that's impossible.
Welcome.
Only because you made say
you move mountains.
yes, you did, yes, you
You
did.
cause the walls to fall with your power.
Resurrection power,
Perform
Jesus.
miracles.
Perform
There is
miracles.
nothing
Nothing on
that's
earth.
impossible.
And
And we're standing here only because you
we're
made.
standing
And we're
here.
standing here only because you
The devil
made.
tried everything, but we're standing here.
Only because you
Then
made.
we're standing
And we're standing
here.
here.
Only because you, my Jesus, made a way. Can I get some horns?
Welcome to the On Point Talk Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio
good afternoon.
station in London.
Ready, ready.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Starr Radio UK. My name is Regina Aban. This is On Point, transmitting live from South Croydon. This afternoon, I have a guest in the house. I'm gonna ask her to introduce herself very shortly. But before I do, I want to say hello to Emmanuel Chidi. It's been a while. You're on Facebook. Good afternoon to you. My one and only, my big bro, is also live on Facebook, Mr. Asare. Good afternoon to you too. So this afternoon here on Point, we've been discussing a topic, and it's getting interesting. Brother Kwame just called us from US and was sharing some certain points. But before we go any further, let me not be rude and not welcome my guest for this afternoon. It's a surprise, but I like surprises. I don't know why I don't get them often. I have to talk to my producers why I don't get surprises often. But this afternoon I have a surprise and I'm excited. I'm happy. I have a young lady in the studio. She's one of our presenters on Starr Radio UK. And as I said, Starr Radio UK, we have fun. We are relaxed. We enjoy ourselves. When we come, before we end the program, we dance, we sing. So you miss it. Come and join us here. So this afternoon, you hear her voice. Though she's live in the studio, you hear her voice. She's a little camera shy. So let's just, we are going to pond her one day. But this afternoon, we are going to keep her dry. So you hear her voice, but you will not be seeing her face. It's just per choice, okay? We are not discriminating. So let me welcome you. Hello, young lady. Welcome to Starr Radio UK this afternoon and to On Point. My name is Regina. And please tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, Regina. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. So my name is Amanda. And yeah, I'm a radiographer. So I work in NHS. And I also present a radio and TV show. And yes, so thank you for having me.
That is wonderful. You work in the NHS. No wonder. No wonder we click like duct water. So that's good. That's good. So what do you do generally? You present both television and radio. Tell us a bit about the program.
So yes,
programs that you do.
So I present a show called Keeping It Real with Amanda, and it's just about various things. So it could be about relationships. There's times where we talk about finances for the youth and how they can work on their finances. There's issues about sexual abuse. I've talked about a whole range of topics, and it's on the show.
And I guess you're doing that to equip and empower somebody in the community.
Yes, definitely, especially the young people. The young people, there's not enough out there, to encourage us and to uplift us and to show us.
You see how she's adding us to it.
Yeah.
Us. So you can see she's young.
I'm part of it. Us. We are all part of it.
We thank God for that. You're doing well. I've listened to you a couple of times.
Wow, really?
Yes, I have.
Hey, I didn't know I'm famous.
Yes, you are very famous. Very famous. I've secretly listened to you once or twice, and I did like what you were doing. I thought
thank you so much. It's a
good.
privilege.
That's good. I mean, Starr Radio, we are blessed.
Aww.
It's an opportunity. We want to influence our community, our society positively, and the more the merrier, and the more people listen, because when you are presenting, people from your age group, your background will tend to tune in, and when you share these things on Facebook and things like that, you've got a network of people and you can influence them. So anyway, thank you very much for coming
thank you for having me
On Point this afternoon.
Thank
so
you
the
so
On
much.
Point program is similar to the ideas that you're sharing, but the topic on the floor, on the ground this afternoon is teenage and sex.
Wow.
What would you say?
And that's a very, very deep topic. Because as teenagers, it's very big. Because if you open your mouth and, you pretend like you are holy thou art, and then that people know your past. And then they're like, this girl that she's sitting there looking so innocent. Look at her face. She knows what's going on. So that's the issue.
That is the issue.
That is the issue.
So I have, and this is assumed names, I have Alice as a young lady who's just turned 18 and 3 months or so. and I have Joyce as the mother who is supporting. The father doesn't have a name because the father has exited the scene. He's living in the house, but he doesn't want to be involved. He says this issue is between mother and daughter.
Hey, it's not
and
easy.
Because of that, the father doesn't have a name. So this afternoon, Joyce is saying that she will not take Alice to the GP to assess contraceptive.
Eesh.
It's a no-go zone for her. And the reason why she's doing that is because all she wants to tell her daughter is simple, pure and simple, straight to the point, abstinence.
Abstinence for how long? That one, you should answer that question. How long? 1 year after
Abstinence until marriage.
Until marriage. So you have abstinence until what, 50?
I don't know when the marriage will come.
This one is interesting. Oh.
Abstinence and nothing else. Abstinence till marriage.
Abstinence till
and
marriage.
that is all she wants to promote and encourage her daughter
child
to be, or to become, or to follow.
Wow.
And because of that, the child is insisting one way or the other, I will get there. And I'm trying to find out why abstinence insisting, because it's different when the child is not inclined and not thinking about it and not asking questions about it. That is easy. You can avoid the conversation altogether. But I personally feel once the conversation has come up, abstinence is, do we still have room for abstinence?
I think there is, and it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. I think it depends, you know, on your, should I say, faith. And if you're truly following your faith, maybe as the mother, she also has to be an example to her child. Maybe, I'm not saying that the mother has been a bad mother, but in the sense that, you know, you have to be an example for your child to be able to follow. And living in this society, in this time, sex is everywhere. And it's really difficult to say that you're going to follow abstinence. It's possible, but at the same time, very difficult.
So my question was, now the woman, the young lady, who Alice has brought the topic up, is there still grounds, room, possibility of abstinence?
Well, from the way the child wants to go to the GP, I don't think abstinence is even part of the key. As they say, abstinence is key.
It's not part of the solution.
It's not part of the solution, because she's ready to go to the GP.
And she has legal grounds to do that.
Exactly. And she has legal grounds. So what's the mother going to do? And even if she does go to uni and, you know, gets up to things, the mother going to see. You can't restrict a child in this country. Children have so much rights. We have rights. And our rights are very strong. You know, and you know, it comes to the extent where a child can be taken out of the house if she feels she's not been, you know, she's been abused.
Well,
might not
she's
be physically
now, so she can walk.
Exactly, can walk out. But I think it's a very, very, very deep you know, topic. And is that going to affect their relationship, the child with the mother or the child with the family?
It's already affecting the relationship, because the child is saying that she's not being respected and treated and regarded as an adult. So if that kind of treatment continues, then obviously it has its consequences, and she's already threatened to leave the house.
I think it's very, very bugging. And like you said, children have so much rights in this country, and it's very, very bugging. And for the parent, they want to do what's possible to keep the child in the house. And so it might have to get to the point where it will be a struggle, but they'll have to accept, you know, the child. They will have to accept the child for, you know, the decisions that the child wants to make. Because it's either you agree to where she's going, you know, and help her and support her and guide her, or you keep standing on your ground and let her walk astray. And that's the question mark. Which battle are you going to fight? Are you going to hold on to her by following her and supporting her, or are you going to just
tell me something from your perspective?
Okay, my perspective.
Yes, and I say mine or yours, not you in particular.
Okay, sure.
But the youth, the teenagers.
Yeah.
Don't be offended. But,
no, it's
but
fine.
the teenagers.
I'm past the teenage, but don't worry. I was there. I know I look like a baby. I'm 10 years ahead of the teenage. I've passed it. I've experienced it. It's gone. That one.
So the teenagers, okay. When it comes to the teenagers, how often do you guys talk about sex?
Well,
what are the indicators? What brings the conversation on?
Well, it depends on the circle of friends you have.
Okay.
And you know, when I was about a teenager, I would say I would speak to friends who I trust, or maybe my boyfriend then, you know, friends who I trust about sex. you know, but it would be very restricted. I would not open up to everybody and talk to them about sex.
I remember when I first thought about sex, I'm thinking, what is it about?
Oh, for me, at 14, I thought if somebody touches you, you get pregnant. So
Okay.
that's what my parents told me at 14.
Okay.
So by 16, I was very much afraid. I thought, if a guy comes to talk to me, the next stage is pregnancy. So I was like, hey, I thought you're not touching me, or hey, you're not even talking to me.
So you kind of kept your gap.
Listen.
When you were talking to the
I
guys,
kept my
it's
guard.
like you were 5 meters away from them and having to shout across, basically.
Trust me, I was not ready to get pregnant for anybody.
I think you and I can come from the same kind
Family.
of...
Listen, that's what they told you. You're afraid. You're afraid
See,
of
the
it.
producers are just on
Yeah,
the floor everywhere.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
just like... But that is the reality, isn't it? Because when as a young lady, you don't have the information, you don't know what to expect.
Exactly.
So there's misconception. It's like, you know, if you sleep with a man, you're going to get pregnant. And that's what you are told.
Yes.
So what do? You don't want to sleep with him.
No.
You don't want to do anything
You don't even
like
talk with
that.
him. I don't even know how to talk to man. You just stay far away, far away. Until the type of friends that you're around, you start to notice that,
any teenager who became pregnant?
Loads. I have friends in secondary school who did become pregnant, and I would say it was a struggle because people start to look at you differently, and even probably they look at themselves differently.
Do you recall any of their conversations, i.e. if you knew them personally or if you heard from a friend, how did that make them feel? Did they feel a sense of failure, a sense of disappointment? How did that make them?
Yes, definitely. They felt a sense of failure, like, how they're going to start over again, especially when they're not married. Like the parents, some of them, the parents did abandon them in the sense that, got them out of the house.
They neglected them.
Neglected them, and they had to try and find their own way. And also in terms of even studying or pushing themselves forward, maybe going to, pursue a degree. That was put behind because they feel like they have to take care of the child, and the child comes
the
first.
responsibility. I remember a young lady that I knew. She was bigger than the whole class could be. I mean, we thought she was more older, except that she was in her class. She looked big physically,
Yes.
towering over everybody, and you could tell that she was, if you like, calling a spade, matured than the age group that she was mingling with. And then I remember at some point she did get pregnant.
Okay.
And she had to drop out of school.
Wow.
And for her, it was like it has come too late. That was her view.
Wow.
Like, I should have had this
And
baby
this is back
long
in Ghana.
time.
Wow. That's crazy.
So I'm just thinking back to that kind of attitude
Okay.
where somebody may have become disappointed. But for her, it was like it was long overdue. How would you advise somebody who's listening to us this afternoon? What would you say to a teenager who's listening to us this afternoon? We don't live in those days, that era, that's gone. What would you say to someone who is being put under pressure to engage in sexual intercourse, or somebody who is considering it? Okay, what would be your advice to such a person?
I would say don't feel under pressure, to, step into a relationship, or should I say have sex. You have to be ready. And a lot of times your parents tell you don't have sex and, don't go into these relationships because they want your life to be easier. And it's really hard to understand when you're young because you think you're your own boss, and I'm my own boss. I do my hair, I do my eyebrows, look at my lashes. Like, I look fine. Like, you think you're your own boss and you feel like you're in control of stuff. So, but the reality is that at some point, your parents are the only people who are going to possibly support you throughout life. And they brought you here. They know, what's good for you. And so you don't need to be in a rush, to go and have sex. Because they want you to be secure. They want you to, have a good home. They want you to have, a good family. They know some of your parents might be single. A lot of black parents, women, are single. And a lot of us are living under single parenthood. That is hard enough. I grew up under a single mother. And that is very difficult. Trying to balance this, trying to get money to do here and there, and
so from experience, from first-hand experience,
exactly,
where you've lived it,
yes,
it is so hard.
Yes, and there's no father at home. I'm not saying every single teenage pregnancy teenager who is pregnant will not have the man at home, but most of us won't. And so you have to bring up that child by yourself, and it's a struggle. And all they want is to make your life much easier. So you do not need to rush into, you know, to having sex or to having a relationship, because with everything that we do, there's a consequence, and sometimes we're enjoying the moment without thinking of the aftermath.
So what about children or youth who think by having child early or having babies early, they can then live their life later?
Okay, that's a really important one as well. Would you say? But so would you say you want to struggle now and live your life later? Do you know how life is going to turn out for
But
you
then,
later?
are you even at this point thinking about the well-being of the child? What you're going to offer the child?
Exactly. And if you're a child, how can you then bring up a child?
Exactly.
You need to mature, and every child deserves a father at home, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of problems in this society, especially the black community, young black boys out there, because there's no father figure at home.
I don't want to go there because you're touching on topics and interesting
It's
things.
leading
Because
there, exactly.
if I'm to go there, the
Yeah.
men now, oh my God, if you're going to talk about
A
the
lot of sources
absentee
we
fathers,
release.
that and alone is
That's what I'm saying.
it's
And I
a
grew up
topic
with
in
my mother, and she
itself.
had to be a father at some point. She had to scream. I was scared
She
of her.
had to be both.
Next minute, I was around there. Next minute, we were scared of her. What is this? Who is this person? That's Jata one day, and next minute she's like a dove. You know,
Yeah.
switching across.
But
both
she was
characters.
doing what she you see, that's the other bit we miss as well.
Yes.
She was fighting
Yeah.
for the best possible outcome for her children.
Yeah.
From with all her strength,
Yes.
with all her understanding of the world that she lives in,
Yes.
and with all the knowledge she had to offer
Yeah.
from maybe personal experiences as
Exactly.
well. So culturally, there was a clip I saw recently on social media, and it clearly says that the women that we have today have had to stand up to become that kind of a woman, but then we turn around and we abuse the woman, not taking responsibility for what we the men have done to the woman. So basically that clip was talking about the men, and I say this, please, if you don't fall into that category, don't be offended. But if you fall into it, it's an advice, it's an opportunity for you to reevaluate your approach and attitude. Basically, what the clip was saying is that men abuse the women. We tell them we love them. We promise them heaven and earth from a man talking. We promise them heaven and earth.
Hell.
We promise them everything that a woman wants to hear. But once we get in there and get what we want, then we discard the woman like there's no tomorrow.
it's
we
true.
just throw them nowhere.
Yes.
Then we move on to the next victim.
Yes.
And then before we know it, we have a string of women
Victims.
who have become victims.
Yes.
And we turn around and then we blame them. And say
100%.
you were not good enough, you did this, you did that, but then we don't take any responsibility as men for what we have done to these women.
Wow.
So basically the clip was challenging men to stand up to be counted as a man, and be mindful that even you doing this could be coming from a single parenthood.
Yes.
From a mother who has raised you, and maybe the pitfalls and the shortfalls and the challenges has even left you to become this, but you don't have to continue
The cycle.
the cycle.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I think it's so important because your kids are going to learn from you.
Yes.
And sometimes they can look at your life and actually learn the mistakes, learn from the mistakes and do better, or they can actually repeat the same cycle.
You see, there are certain cultures. I see one of my colleague who is watching. You know, Gay, good afternoon to you. It's been a long time. And Minister Ruth, good afternoon. And Brother Kofi, good afternoon also. All of them are on Facebook this afternoon. Please send your comments and contributions to the program. I say this all the time. We see this all the time. We see a young woman trying to live their life as best as they can, okay, or a young mother trying to bring their children up as best as they can, and sometimes they have to be elsewhere and cannot always be there supervising and providing as best as they can. But then when a young man enters this household and that's what they want to do, then they walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we see in other cultures, and maybe if I'm to use
The English culture
you know,
or
the Asian culture,
Asian culture, okay.
they
What do you-
kind of have an arranged system.
Yes, and the men never walk away. I don't know how.
Their men don't walk
They
away
are the
often.
woman, but they are the woman of the other woman in the house. Do you understand? The African woman, they'll leave that one and go for a new one. They just will bring that new woman and the woman in the house, and they all agree and live under one roof.
Yes, that's that. But I was looking at it from, you know, where we come from. We frown on arranged marriage.
We do.
We don't want to know about
yeah.
it. But yet we want the best husbands
Yeah.
and the best wives
Wow. This
for
is
our
very,
children.
This is very, very good. You know that.
For our children. We frown on arranged marriage. Previously, it was there in our culture.
Yeah.
And they did
You think
practice
we should
it.
come back? Not in this society.
I'll leave that for my producers to come and
Now the
answer that.
ancient culture, the kids will be very upset. After that one, the police. There were more police in this matter. But you know what's
Is
funny though? That would be perfect, because if you think about it, like I said, your parents know what's best for you. Sometimes your parents would think we're going to bring you this person because look at this guy, John. He's responsible, has a job, and this John comes and is boring. For goodness sake,
Boring?
Yeah.
Boring is understatement. This John come and he's a devil incarnate.
Devil incarnate.
That person comes and the character that you know
It's different.
and you are expecting is not what it used to be. I
Wow.
mean, I know certain cultures that even, you know, when it comes to arranged marriages, it's a whole topic and it's a
big
but
mess.
some of these guys agree on the principle that they're going to manipulate
The woman.
and treat the woman anyhow because it's a package that has been given to them.
Wow.
And that's why arranged marriage is so much frowned upon. But in certain cultures, they practice it and it works.
And it works. But at the same time,
Within the right parameters and the right environment,
yes, but at the same
it thrives.
But at the same time, you know, even after being arranged and it looks so beautiful on the outside, when you go into their homes and find out these
That's
people
what
have
I'm
been put
saying.
together, and you find
If
out
it's under the right
struggle.
conditions, the right parameters, and the two people involved are allowed to get to know each other, because sometimes it's arranged and the marriage don't come on because during the getting to know each other, it doesn't happen. But other times, we go out there, we bring our own men in, and it's still the same problems that the arranged people go through. Sometimes we bring in our own
Yes.
men, we also go through.
I think what's funny is that from speaking to different people who've been arranged marriage and they've been together 30, 40 years, it's almost like the marriage is forced, in the sense that it's almost like an oath is done that you cannot come out of this marriage. It's not till death do us apart at the what altar they go krong krong and that's you're out of the
You are now husband and wife.
Husband and wife, krong krong, go back home and fight. No. This one is till death, and the death, the mean death. Do you?
And sometimes some people
it's
have
very
actually
strong.
ended up
Yeah,
dying
exactly.
in order for
'Cause
that.
literally their faith and their culture means that you cannot come out by
Mini-
force, by fire. You stay in a
Minister
relationship.
Ruth says, I'm laughing, Papa Opa. Thank you,
By
woman
force,
of
by
God.
fire.
By force, by fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alice now is saying, come hook, come crook. I want my contraceptive. I'm not sexually active. I'm still a virgin. I want my contraceptive.
And then she's planned this. Oh,
Mommy is saying, not under my roof. Abstinence is the only word I'm prepared to listen to. How should we take it forward? Where do we go from here?
well, I think that they have to both meet somewhere, because it's impossible. She, as the mother, wants her child to be at home, and as a daughter as well, she wants to have a relationship with her mother. And in order for both relationships to work, they have to come into an agreement. And the girl's gonna go off to university. The best thing that parents can do is to inform her about sex, inform her about relationships, build that relationship with her, so that in the case when she goes to university, which they're not going to be around anyway, they can feel free, or they can have that relationship where they can communicate with her, because there might be situations that she'll go through, not just contraceptives or whatever, getting pregnant. There might be a guy come into her life and something is going on that's quite wrong, and that child will be able to pick up the phone and call the mother.
I was telling the mother that Minister Ruth is asking why does she want it. I was telling the mother that if you oppress her so much and resist her so much with a blatant no, she will want to go and get it anyway without telling you, and maybe that will even provoke her to the next level.
Yes.
Maybe she's not even thinking about having sex, but to rub it in your face as a mother, she would actually do it, and maybe call you and tell you about it.
Exactly.
Okay, so Minister Ruth, the reason why this girl wants contraceptive is just so that her family will treat her as an adult. She say, at the moment, she's not being respected and regarded as an adult, and she wants to be treated as an adult. So if
what is an adult though? Is she acting like an adult? That's the problem.
Is her behavior acting as an adult?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because adult is not because you've had sex. People have sex for goodness sake at the age of 12. Does that mean you're an adult? That's the question mark. And
someone has written something here. Excuse me if I can't pronounce the name. Is it Sinella? Exactly, Mama Ruth. It is paracetamol. Okay. How old is she? She's 18 years old. 18 years back in April and a few months. So that's how old she is. 18 and
being
a few
18,
months.
obviously, in this country, legally means you're an adult. But it does not mean, character-wise, you're an adult. Somebody could be 18, two people could be 18, and they could be completely
So she's
different
an
attitudes.
adult, but she's not character adult.
Yes, you could say that.
Explain that to me.
So in the sense that to be an adult, it comes with maybe characteristics. Maybe are you responsible for yourself? Are you able to go out there, not come out drunk, crazy?
Are you
do
still
crazy things?
financially dependent?
Can you work? Are you working? Are you able to even support the house and pay some of the bills? What are you doing to show that you're an adult?
Are you reasoning and your behavior depicting?
Are you respectful towards at work or towards your peers or even towards your parents? Because adult comes with all of that, and if you're not responsible, the fact that you've had sex does not mean you're an adult.
So having sex does not make you an adult? I didn't think of that.
No, of course not. People having sex left, right, center.
See how naive I am. Producer, I didn't think by not having
Auntie,
sex.
Please, this one.
I did not realize if you have sex.
This one, dear.
So having sex does not make you an adult.
These little kids around here having sex everywhere.
Really?
In England? Oh, Auntie, please open your eyes.
How old are they having sex?
How old are they?
You
came from Ghana yesterday, eh? You've been here long, Auntie.
Alaban is watching. Good afternoon, sir.
13-year-olds, 12, 13-year-olds having sex, smoking.
How many years old?
Auntie, 12, 13 years old.
Did you read in the papers a few days back, 13-year-old girl who has had a child?
Listen, I spoke to different. I started my job in NHS. I work in radiography. I'm a radiographer. You come across, yes. So you come across different people, social workers.
You see, somebody's listening to us. I know what a radiographer does.
Yes.
Somebody don't know.
Okay.
You see, don't come here with your medical. What do they say? Medical terminologies. Can you break it down for me, please? Me, I'm naive. What is a radiographer?
Okay, so a radiographer basically acquires images, diagnostic images, for treatment or diagnosing. But let me break it down again. We use X-ray to take pictures. That one is simple. Pictures with X-rays.
Wow, that's an interesting. I like that. I like. So Amanda is your name, right? So even you could be somebody who would use X-ray to scan for early pregnancies and things like that.
Definitely.
Okay. I'm taking you somewhere. You wait. Hey. How much minutes do we have? 5 minutes, Amanda.
This person is not prepared though. Hey.
No, I'm not gonna throw. I'm not gonna throw you, of course. I'm not gonna throw you, of course.
Worry, I'm prepared.
Okay, so teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
You just said something. It's thrown me, of course.
Okay.
Having sex does not make you an adult.
No.
Hey, and yeah, we've been teaching the children wrong.
Of course. Too long.
Is that why they are all engaging in sex? Because they think it makes them an adult?
Probably. But the thing is, like I said, society is just sex everywhere. You open the magazine, sex. Turn on the TV, there's sex. And sex every type of way. Sex, there's wherever you go.
The clothing is sex.
The clothing is sex. The food is sex. Everything is sex. Oh.
The food is sex.
The kenke is sex.
The kenke and fish is sex.
Kenke and fish is sex.
Actually, when you have hot pepper.
Hey, this show is boiling me.
Minister Ruth says, Amanda, you need to come back, please.
Hey,
you need to come back because we need your views here. Hey. So having sex, please, Alice, if you are listening to me, and you are listening to Amanda this afternoon, she's dropped the bomb. Having sex does not make you an adult. So having contraceptive will not make you an adult either. Full stop.
Yeah.
I think that's where the conversation must end.
It must end it.
Because I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That is what it boils down to. Having sex.
Does not make you an adult.
It's not actually. It doesn't make you an adult at all when you think about it.
It does not make you an adult.
When you actually think about it,
Yes.
sex does not make you an adult.
No.
Just like having money in your pocket does not make you an
No,
adult.
because you can use that money and spend it.
Because if you're a
foolishly.
child and you have money, you don't know what to
You
do
don't have
with
the
the
wisdom
money.
to understand what the sex mean. What is the principle behind sex? Is it just for fun? Is it to produce? What is it? You don't understand.
And having sex can lead to so many complications.
Exactly. If it's
For
not
a
an illness,
young woman.
Exactly. If it's not picking up illness like HIV, other things, gonorrhea, it could also be, getting pregnant. Anything could come out of it. Even an abortion, which can later lead you to not being able to have children. And that's how deep it is.
Whole lot of complications.
Yes.
So having sex does not make you an
No.
adult. Just as having money in your pocket does not prove you an adult.
Perfect.
And lack of money does not prove you an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So then what makes you an adult?
It's being responsible for yourself. Being responsible for your environment. Being respectful towards other people. Being able to work together with other people.
So in that case, being able to work with other people.
Yes.
So in that case, do we have some adults that are not adults?
There's plenty. Amanda. There's plenty adults who are not adults, because you have to be able to work with people, you have to be able to connect with people, and then many adults, the moment they come together, there's confusion. So as an adult, it means that you're responsible. To be honest, maybe we should go into the dictionary and go and find what adult is.
I like this.
Let's go and find let's find definition of adult. Maybe
I
all of us,
like
we
this.
need to know
If
it.
you're listening to us this afternoon, welcome to Star Radio UK. My name is Regina Abban. This is On Point. And in the studio with me this afternoon is Amanda.
Hello.
Amanda has joined me. So I told you it was a surprise. And I'm grateful to the producers this afternoon. They don't surprise me enough, but I am grateful. Amanda presents program Keeping It Real here on Star Radio. Which days is that?
Oh, so it's not yet on Star Radio. I'm soon to join Star Radio, but it's
Okay.
a different station.
Okay.
And I'm soon
So
to join.
okay, so which days would you be presenting?
So possibly Sundays.
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 What roughly what time?
Sunday evenings, I believe, from 6
Okay.
to 8. Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the day that you start live here, and
Interesting.
I will be there at some point.
I'm still looking on this definition of Wikipedia.
Yes. Keep going for it. Keep going for it.
Everything-
What is an adult?
What is
Because
an
that's what we are
adult?
dealing with. Alice thinks by getting contraception, her family, her parents would treat her as an adult, and the lid has been lifted. Having contraception does not make you an adult. Having
does
sex
not
does not
make
make you
you
an
an
adult.
adult.
So maybe that's where Joyce is coming from by saying I'm not representing her view, because all I'm saying is she's an adult. She can go and get it and get it and get it. It's true. Legally, she can get it. But getting that product or having that status still does not make her an adult. And we are
Exactly.
going to look at the definition of
exactly.
adult.
So this is the Oxford Dictionary I'm reading from. It says a person who is fully grown or developed. Yeah, that's one definition. A fully developed animal. I don't know what I was talking about. A person who has reached the age of maturity. And it says emotionally and mentally mature.
Emotionally
Uh-huh.
and mentally
Mentally mature.
mature. You know, when they talk about maturity, they are, I was going to say, when they are doing cheese,
Yes.
they put the milk and they curd it. They leave it in the corner there in the maturing drum for years. When you see cheese, you think it was done 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It takes a process.
Wow.
So when
Wow.
you are an adult, when you've gone through a process.
process.
Okay, there are a few comments. I need to read this. Okay, Sinella said something which is interesting. Sinella said, Pastor Regina, you need to continue this topic. Okay, so Sinella said, I think when we were saying having sex does not make you an adult, Minister Ruth said, not at all. It doesn't make you an adult. Sinella also said, plenty. So we have plenty people out there that are not adults. They are having sex, but they are not adults. Okay, and then she says, that's why we call some people childish.
Wow.
That's why we call some people childish. A lot of adults don't have people skills.
Wow.
And that's
That's why I
what you were
said,
talking
yes,
about,
being able to
emotionally
yeah.
and
mentally.
and mentally developed.
Yes.
Okay, developed mentally and emotionally. Okay, so my big bro is also watching, Dr. Techi. Thank you so much. You,
nice.
Dr. Techi, you should have come here to talk to us this afternoon. You're watching on Facebook. Thank you very much. Okay, right. So this evening we've got Lady D to join us. My time is up.
Oh, so
Amanda,
lovely. Thank you so much.
My
for
time
having
is
me.
up.
Oh, it's so
I feel the
interesting.
pain to go away.
I know. Wish you could
But
continue.
the producer says my time is up.
I know, I can see.
So we have to come off.
I know.
But we will continue this topic next week. I don't know if you have the time next
Yes,
week.
definitely. I'll try my
Will
best. I'll
you try your
possibly
best?
come in.
Thank you
Try
so
my best
much.
to come
Thank
in.
you so much.
Thank you so
So
much for
thank
having
you
me.
so much, loved ones. All of you on Facebook, please invite somebody. Share this link even after this program, because the bombshells that have been dropped this afternoon. I'm glad that this program didn't go all by my perceptions and my views. The mother is a bit upset with me that I've been promoting the view of the girl to go and get the contraception. Not that I have not been promoting. I've talked about the side effects of the contraception and what it can lead to. And I've also challenged her to think about the possibility of abstinence. But the mother is saying culturally she has a reason why she's saying abstinence. And I need to let people know. She did promise. She said she was going to come online on air to come and talk about her personal... The mother. To come and discuss her reasons for not wanting her daughter to have the contraception, but she didn't call. We had a brother from USA saying that we don't allow our children to do whatever they want to do, and so on and so forth. But life goes on.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. If you're a youth listening to us this afternoon, challenge yourself to go beyond the limitations or the social norms.
Wow, perfect.
Challenge yourself. So socially, if everybody is having contraception, must you also have contraception? If they are not having contraception, must you not also have contraception? Vice versa. Challenge yourself. Socially, if everybody around you is talking about sex, do you have to engage in that? And do you have to even listen to what they're saying?
Wow.
Amanda, what do you want to say to somebody before we finish the program this
Wow.
afternoon?
So exactly what you said. You know, you do not need to conform to what everybody else is doing. You have to be yourself, and you have to know, you know, your values. And your parents brought you up differently, and they have a reason, or should I say, they have a purpose why they're saying that to you. You don't need to be like everybody else. You know, you even get confused because we are all unique. We're all individuals, and so whatever, you know, your parents are saying to you are for your own good. And yeah, and so whatever whichever direction that you're working towards, you know, if you're somebody who is faithful, feel like you have to follow your faith, and feel like, you know, you're walking your own walking the walk of faith, continue to stand strong and follow your own way, follow the ways of the Lord, walk in faith. Don't allow anything to lead you astray, to
interfere. Amanda is an NHS worker, a radiographer. She does well. She's still enjoying her life. I don't know if she's a mother yet, but we'll soon find out.
I'm not sure.
My name is Regina Ava, and this is On Point. Thank you so much for your company this afternoon. God richly bless you. My advice to you is know yourself and be yourself. Take care.
Thank you.
Welcome to the On Point Talk Show with Regina on Starr Radio UK, the leading African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Not knowing how we'll get through this test. But holding on to faith, you know that. Nothing can catch you by surprise. You've got this figured out. You're watching us now. And when it looks as if we can't win, you wrapped us in your arms and you step in. And everything we'll need you supply.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.